from the stardust pouring from your eyes. It's no mistake, you are perfect, you are perfect in my mind. Look out the wake from the stardust pouring from your eyes. It's no mistake, you are perfect, you are perfect. Look out the wake pouring from your eyes. Look out the wake, you are perfect in my mind, and you won't fade away.
That was Stardust by Gemini Syndrome. And on the phone right now, we have Aaron from Gemini Syndrome. How you doing, Aaron?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, our pleasure. Absolutely our pleasure.
Yeah.
So we were talking off the air a little bit, getting warmed up. But if you don't mind, we'll just jump right into some questions, man.
Sure thing.
Cool. So, here in the last couple of weeks, there's been some changeover, and Rich has actually made a statement, and so did Mike, that they have left the band. This has actually been one of the biggest questions that people have come to me about, wondering about how the band is doing with parting from two of the members, and they want to know who the replacements are.
As I imagine people would wonder. Our new guys are dudes named John and Chris, and it's working out well, man. We're a couple shows in. These guys are working hard, and we all get along very well. We're pretty happy with it so far, and as time goes forward, it's just going to become a tighter operating machine. As far as the departures, man, Rich left about a year ago. Just wasn't happy being here and wanted to go do something else, and all the better for him. We wish him luck on that. We finished out those couple tours as a four-piece with Mike, and as his statement said, man, his family's got a house in Tennessee that they rent out as a bread and breakfast. Beautiful place up on Sleepy Hollow Mountain.
Yeah, we've been checking it out.
It's beautiful.
We've stayed there a handful of times when we've been on tour. Sometimes there was one point we got like a week off, so I think cancellations or something. We stayed up there. It's awesome. And basically, they just needed his help to maintain it and keep it in the family. He doesn't want to lose the house, and I totally understand that. We have a rule in this band that family's first. It's always been that way. So I think that's really necessary. I've seen some other bands, who don't take that approach to it, and the music and the business end of it always came first. And I think that would be something that, at least personally, I would regret down the road if I didn't have that attitude. I think family has to come first, because you can't take stuff like that back.
I think you're looking at it right.
Yeah.
Definitely do.
Those are big decisions, man. They're big decisions, and they're hard decisions. And I get it. And obviously we were all sad about it. Nobody was excited, for the situation. But on the other end of that, it's like we're not anywhere close to giving up, and we had to keep the machine moving forward as well. We do this because we love it. We've been doing this for a very long time. Years and years and years before even Gemini was around. This is a lifelong endeavor. So, with their blessing, we sent them on their way and said, "Good luck to you with those guys," and we're moving forward.
Now, one of the questions, I'm going to actually call these people out by name. Jackie Franciosi she wants to know, did it hurt the band in terms of attitude, morale, or musically with the departures, or has this brought on a new sense, something new to write about?
I actually saw that question on Facebook, I think it was yesterday. It's a good question. I think as far as attitude and morale, obviously at first it's sad to see, especially like Mike leaving was kind of, I don't want to say unexpected, we kind of knew it was coming, but, it's a sad thing. You spend 6 years with people and they have to move on. That's hard. But as far as I guess morale, like I said earlier, we're not going anywhere. We're not stopping. And it definitely has given us some motivation to persevere. I've been fighting stuff for years in all sorts of bands. I think we all have. Life happens, man. And it's a question of, like, are you going to give up or are you going to keep pushing through it? So if anything, I think we're more motivated now to regroup, and it's definitely made a stronger bond between AP, myself, and Brian, having spent more time, and kind of brings that relationship closer. So in a lot of ways, I think it's been a really positive experience for us. As far as writing about it, I don't really think we've written any music about it that I can really think of. We definitely had kind of a concept with these first 3 records we wanted to do. Lux was kind of a birth record and the birth of the band, and just kind of touching on the newness of existence in a metaphorical sense. And this record is very much going to be about the overall experience, at least up until this point for me, of kind of coming into your own and adulthood and all the challenges that life kind of gives you. So I suppose in that sense we're writing about it, but not anything like specific.
So with these new members, is that going to give a different feel to the overall band and the next album to come?
I suppose in some sense maybe. I mean, it's 2 new guys, so they're going to bring their own energy and flair to it. But I think Gemini Syndrome as a whole is its own entity. I've been talking about this a lot with different people lately. Like, this band is bigger than any one member. It's become like a community of people between us and sinners and fans and stuff. And I think musically, we all have had the same drive in the same direction, from the start of it. So, in the last 6 months, we've been writing the next record.
Awesome.
And I don't think, we're pretty much done writing it. As soon as this tour is done, we'll be hopping at the studio to finish it. Obviously, Eternity is put out now. And we were able to get one more done a few weeks ago. We went out there. But we'll actually be living in the studio and finishing it full bore.
So speaking of the new single, Eternity, why did you pick that song? If you guys got all this other stuff, what was it about that song that you wanted to get out first?
We did that at the end of last year with Kane Churko out in Vegas, and that was the last song Mike did with us. It was the first thing we'd really written as a band since Lux had been done, and it was released 2 years ago, but it was finished before that, so we hadn't written and recorded a full version of anything in quite a while. We demoed a ton of stuff out, but that was kind of our reintroduction to, this is where we're at musically now. This is where we're at mentally, and it just seemed perfectly fitting for not only the message of the song, but the kind of vibe of the music and the aggression of whatever struggles we've been going through, and just taking a minute to be appreciative of the blessings that we do have.
Well, I'd like to go ahead and play that song for everybody listening right now, and then after that's done, we'll come back and talk to you a little bit more. How's that?
Awesome.
All right.
Damn it. You step outside, you risk your life.
We take for granted all the beauty in our life. It's not supposed to be
All right, we're back with Aaron Nordstrom from Gemini Syndrome.
Having a good time.
It's pretty cool to find out who's grown up where, and we kind of grew up near each other. That's interesting.
Stone's throw.
Yeah, great old Chicago area.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, you know what? Since we're going to bring up Chicago, I'm going to bring up some stuff that's, oh yeah, she's shaking her head.
You behave.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's like, what is this idiot?
I never know what he's going to say.
Nice.
She's like, yeah, what's this idiot thinking? So, here it is. North side or south side, man? Cubs or Sox?
Oh, stop.
Yeah, you're trying to throw me under the bus, dude.
That's why I always shake my head.
You know what? The beauty is that I can answer that completely honestly. I don't really follow sports anymore. It's not. I just kind of lost interest as I got older. But as a kid, I couldn't have cared less, man. I went to Cubs games. I went to Sox games. I rooted for both teams. You know, I never cared. So.
Well, it's a true baseball fan, my man.
You know what? The food is good on both sides of town, so whatever.
Yeah,
Oh man, the soggy hot dogs at Wrigley.
Well, I don't know about the food at the parks. I just mean in the city in general as far as north side, south side. But
City in general,
I
yeah,
mean,
definitely.
baseball park food is baseball park food, man.
All right, let's get back to the real stuff. I couldn't help myself.
You know, it's not the first, it won't be the last.
No.
You gotta defend my integrity as far as my regional bias.
Right. People want to know about the next album. When's it coming out? What is your goal, I guess?
We would like to see it out early next year. Like I said a little bit earlier, touching this for a quick second. We're doing this tour and then heading straight to the studio with Kane Sherko and knocking the rest of it out. So however long that takes, you know, in an ideal world, I think first quarter next year.
That'd be great. Yeah. So now, Lux, I mean, that album front to back, phenomenal. You know, people have been wearing their CDs out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm one of them.
I love it.
Yeah, I do too.
I love the fact that people are wearing out the CD, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same page. We're on the same page.
I wasn't patting my own back there, but.
Well, you should. You have every right to.
Just trying to clarify.
Well, this guy's an egotistical son of a... Yeah. But, so, you know, with the success you guys had with the first album, that same sound, is that going to carry on into the second album, or are you guys changing it up a little bit? What are we looking forward to?
I mean, I think a little bit of both. As a musician, as an artist, my whole life, I think it's unfair to expect any record to sound like the one before, unless that's what you're going for. I don't really think that's our goal. You know, the whole point of Lux is that you have some really heavy stuff on it, you have some really pretty melodic stuff on it, you have some almost acoustic stuff, and we've done the acoustic stuff on radio and whatnot. And we wanted to keep every door open. You know, I think we're fans of all different types of music, all different styles, all different genres. And the more we can express that and have the ability, the freedom to do that down the road, was giving us, you know, more options as far as writing. So there's also a very heavy, kind of like, I guess, industrial-ish kind of sort of feel to the first record. And we love that kind of stuff. And we're definitely going to have elements of that. But I think there's going to be a really organic feel on this record as well. So it's ultimately going to be Gemini Syndrome. It's going to be a Gemini Syndrome record. I hope it sounds different than Lux did. Well, I hope it grows and evolves, man. You know, I don't want it to be the same thing.
A lot of bands tend to trap themselves in the same sound, record after record after record. And I personally find that stale.
Progression's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And it's unfortunate because, you know, you can't please everybody. It's just a fact. And I certainly don't want to turn people off. Like, you know, we're not going to come out with a complete 180 and have something just totally out of left field.
So no rap.
Well, you know, hey, who knows? I like hip-hop. Probably not on the record, though.
Okay.
I don't think I'd make a good rapper.
No?
But hey, I don't know. You never know. Maybe
Okay.
down the road.
What would you?
Keeping my options open.
What would your rap name be?
Snowflake? I don't know.
Oh, come on, man.
Leave the man alone.
Vanilla Ice is already taken.
Right.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But, I definitely, I want the fans to be.
Uh-oh, did we lose him?
I think we might have lost him. You there?
No, we lost him.
Hold on.
You hear me?
There you are.
And you're back.
You got it?
Yep,
Yep.
we're
All right.
good.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to come out with a record that I hope it gives people enough of what they've grown to love about us, and then gives them some new stuff, and they can embrace that as well. I don't think it'll be totally out of left field by any means.
Okay.
So now you're on a big tour right now.
Avatar and Huntress.
Yeah, and then I think First Decree is on the shows also.
Yep.
Dude, that's a pretty bitchin' lineup.
Yeah, we haven't met up with them yet, so we're doing a couple headline shows to get out there.
Love Avatar.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've heard nothing but good things. I haven't met any of those cats yet.
Super
but I've
nice
heard,
dudes.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. Then from everybody I come across, they say that they're just a great group of people, great shows every night. So we're looking forward to it.
They're going to make you feel small.
High energy.
Yeah, well,
They're
we
tall.
have
Oh, they're really tall.
Oh. They'll make
Well, not the
AT
bass
feel
player.
really small.
Yeah, he's not that short.
Yeah, the bass player.
Yeah, well. But yeah, no, super nice guys. So what do you know about Huntress?
Just what I've looked up their music and listened to it. I don't know a ton about them, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I really don't either.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of sad I'm going to miss that show.
yeah, unfortunately, you're going to be playing this Thursday night at Cheers here in South Bend.
But
And unfortunately, we're going to be on our way to New Jersey at that same moment. Yeah. Pretty bummed about that. So we're going to try the next week. Maybe hit you up. Well, I think it's
Or a road trip. Hey, you never know.
yeah. You know what? We'll have to make it happen.
I like it. Nothing wrong with the road trip.
Yeah. So when the new album does come out, is it going to be a headlining tour, or are you looking to actually tour with someone else? What's your
Probably both.
both?
I really enjoy being a support act. I enjoy headlining too. I mean, I just like playing shows. But it's always cool to go out with bands who've been more seasoned than us and kind of learn from them and create those kind of bonds. It's fun, man. And at the end of the day, any tour package, like just being out with the same bands for weeks at a time, you make new friends, and it's always a new adventure. It's always a new experience, and that's really cool.
So what band?
So I'm sure there will be.
Go ahead.
There'll be a little bit of both. There'll be a little bit of both for sure.
So what band that you've toured with have you actually learned the most from?
I mean, you learn something from everybody, man. But we've been blessed, man, to tour with Seven Dust, with Device, with Nonpoint, with Five Finger Death Punch. All those guys, with Mushroom Head, they've all become friends and have kind of taken us under their wings and helped us out when we were in a bind. And it's been a really cool experience. I can't really think of bands that we haven't had a good time with. Really rubbed us the wrong way. And I think we're pretty lucky in that sense. I've heard some horror stories, I guess, but
Well, I don't seem to hear those as many horror stories now as what I used to.
yeah, that's also very true. Maybe there's a new kind of attitude going into it. I don't know.
Has the scene actually grown up? I mean, you look at the 80s, you got the big hair, the parties, the fights. No band could get along back then.
Sure.
And then you go to the 90s and everybody, you go through the grunge era, still fighting. But it seems like, I don't know, since the late 90s, things have started to shift where everybody wants to actually, once you get to a certain level, they want to help each other. What brought that on, do you think? I mean, because it's evident to the fans, too. The fans see it.
I think at the end of the day, you're going to have more success being united than you are divided.
Exactly.
If you're trying to climb over everybody, I mean, it just is what it is. You're climbing over people, and you're gonna leave damage in the wake.
Yeah, you don't want to be that asshole.
Yeah, and the same point of like making friends with people, man. You get these relationships that last a long time, and those, that's the whole point of being alive. I think just interacting with other people and like feeling connected to them, and having something in common, and looking forward to like going out and seeing their show again when you're not on tour, and it creates that family kind of vibe. And I think you're getting that in the fans too, and everybody's starting to feel like they're involved. It's not like my band's better than your band. I'm a fan of this band, and they're cooler. You like this band, so you're a loser. You know what I mean? Like I don't see the point. I don't see the point to it.
So, what's your ultimate goal going into next year? Do you have a set goal that you want to accomplish with this new album?
If there is a ceiling, I want to destroy it and climb higher.
Nice.
I just want this thing to keep growing. Looking back at the past few years and looking where we've come is pretty incredible. You get kind of caught up in it, I think, at the moment. You maybe aren't aware of the progress or whatever. And to have, this has been more time home these last few months than we've had the entire career of this band. And it's really been a chance to see, the interaction from fans that we've had that's still consistent, even though we haven't been on the road. It's still happening. It's still there, and it's still in full force. So that's really, really encouraging, and I want to see that continue. I think this is just the beginning for it. Now that we've kind of made a name for ourselves, people know who we are. It's not a brand new band anymore. I want to keep growing as musicians, keep growing as a band, as a live performance act, and as far as the community, just keep reaching out to people and hopefully making a positive impact on people. And having them excited to come out to shows and feel like, this is a great experience. Not necessarily like, I don't know, not just, we're just going to a show. I want it to be a special thing, like we're going to a Jet Lag Syndrome show. That's a big deal. I want to see that continue to be the case.
So when you're not out touring, what do you like to do to relax?
Kung Fu.
I do Kung Fu, man. I've been training a lot the last few months since I've been home. I don't always get a chance to go to see my teacher. He lives in Ventura, California. So being on the road a lot makes that pretty difficult. So I've been able to get back into that a little bit. I'm a movie buff. I love watching movies. I like sitting a lot when I'm home. But and that's my dog, man. I have a little pit bull, and I love her. She's awesome.
Nice.
Cool.
My little family at home.
Nice. Well, hey,
I'm very much a homebody when I'm off the road.
I can imagine why. So hey, man, I appreciate you calling in. We're gonna go ahead and sign off here on the air with you, and we're gonna go ahead and play some Pleasure and Pain for everybody. Once again, Aaron, thank you so much for calling in.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, my pleasure, man. Thanks for having me anytime.